Hello, I'm Chase Bossart, Director of the Yoga Well Institute. There are three main steps in sufficiently preparing for meditation. First one is choose a location with few distractions. So that means don't meditate in the kitchen where your kids are running around and eating this or that, etc. Remember, the general definition of meditation is the ability to choose where your attention goes. In other words, meditation is putting your attention somewhere and keeping it there. Go somewhere where nobody's going to bother you. There's no TV, there's no radio. Leave your phone in the other room and just be in that room where you're meditating without all of these other things to pull you away from it. Second thing is sit in a comfortable position. Usually we say to sit because when you're lying and you go really deep in meditation, sometimes it's difficult to differentiate between was that meditating or was it a nap? And they're not the same thing. So better to be seated, but not necessary. If there's no comfortable position to be seated, then lie on your back or do standing. That's fine. Standing is harder to be stable, so it's harder to be quiet. Lying, it's easier. It's easier to be too stable. So seated is generally considered to be the best meditation position. But don't sit in a position where you have to fight yourself the whole time. Lots of people sit on the floor with no cushion or no block or no bolster. And then they spend the whole meditation meditating on the pain in their back. This is not a good idea. Or they spend the whole meditation worried about like their ankle or their knee or their leg falling asleep or something like this. You know, remember the definition of meditation is sustained attention. And if your back or your leg or your hip or your ankle is hurting, it's going to interrupt your attention. Sit somewhere that's comfortable. The last one is you have to do something to bring yourself a little bit towards balance before you meditate. In other words, you have to do something that changes your state. If you don't change your state before you meditate, whatever mood, whatever state you're in, when you go to sit down, will dominate your practice, at least for the beginning parts of it. So, what does that mean? Well, if I do a little bit of breathing, and if I do some gentle movements, it will change how I feel. That will change my ability to meditate. This is, in fact, the function of the physical movements and the breathing, which we call asana and pranayama in yoga. But really, if you do some forward bends, or you do some squats, or you just slowly stretch, then you sit and you do some breathing where you extend your exhale, and do it for enough time that you feel different. Then bring your attention to your meditation practice and begin. It will change your experience of meditation. And here's a little trick related to that. If you're having trouble maintaining your sustained attention in your practice, it means insufficient preparation. So go back and do some more breathing and then try again.